Hi, my name is Rob Bremer. I'm also Ribbons the Clown. And today I'm going to take this little puppy here. I think I paid like $3 at the dollar store today for it. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to show you how to make it into a puppet. It's a little, like a beanbag puppet. Cute little fella. Say hello. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right below his mouth, where his mouth is right here. And under his nose, right where his mouth would go, I'm going to slit it. I'm going to cut it there, all the way down to here. So you need a puppet that when you hold your hand like this, that it's not small. It's got to be the same size as your hand or bigger. So what tools you need for this project is hot glue, sticks, scissors, hot glue gun, a square piece of felt of red for the tongue, and this is just out of a pair of shorts, because I don't have a square piece of black felt which would do the same thing. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a slit, or take the stitches out if you can find the stitches that are in his mouth. I'm just going to get it right there. I got the spot. Then I'm just going to cut as even as I can. So what I did was I found where his mouth was, and then I cut a slit there. I get the stuffings out of there. And then the next slit that I'm going to make is I have to determine where I want my hand to go in. Do I want my hand to go in right here at the stomach so that I'm operating him like this? Do I want my hand to go in the back side so that my hand's in all of it? Usually with this small of a puppet I go in the back side, so just cut. Try not to cut any extra holes in your animal. Okay, so now I'm going to take the rest of the stuffings out of him, because my hand is going to become the stuffing. It's going to become his guts. If I want to carry this puppet in my purse, I would take the stuffing out of his legs, but in this case I probably won't, because it just really gives a lot of character to him. I'm going to cut this bigger here. Sometimes in these animals you have to add a glove to it, because it's you know, you can see your hand. So I kind of cut out this whole backside area there so I could fit my little hand in there. And in this particular puppet I'm just going to have my one middle finger here, and it's going to go like this. So I can move his feet. I can, you know, manipulate. And I just move this one finger here up and down to make his mouth move. So I think I'm going to take some stuffings out of his legs. I need a little bit more room in there. Now if you're a man or a boy with a big hand, you know, make sure that the puppet fits your hand before you before you buy it, or get a couple of them for $1 at a yard sale or something. I like the real tiny ones, so I can put it in my realistic looking tiny dogs, so I can put them in my purse. I lost my other cute one I made. Okay, so there, so it fits. This is actually my finger here halfway down. You can sit. Sometimes I'll use it like this. I'll have my little one of my fingers in the back here. Okay, so I cut a not too neat spot out the back there, and I cut right here. And I'm going to remove most of the stuffings. Now you want to be careful when you take out the stuffings, because the reason that this head has the shape that it does is because there's little threads in there that pull it in different directions, and it's kind of knitted in the stuffing. So you don't want to take too much of the stuffing out of the head area, because that's what gives it its shape and personality. Okay, so now that I have that done, this is the thing that gets people messed up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the mouth like that, and I'm going to take my piece of black felt, if you have it. I only have this brown stuff. I'm going to put the mouth like this, and I'm going to spread it out, and I'm going to trace a little bit further out. I'm going to trace the mouth, lift it up here, turn it around, and trace the mouth down here. Okay, so I'm going to trace them, going to lay it down. I'm going to open the mouth, lay it down in this fabric, and then I'm going to trace it, and I'm going to make it about that much, oh, maybe a 1/4 inch bigger than what it really is. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to make sure it's not smaller. Because you have to hot glue that inside. Okay, so that's roughly, oops, this is roughly what it looks like. Right there I have it traced. So I'm going to cut that out. You can see you take a really cheap puppet and I'll show you a little bit later how to glue that. What you want to do is you want to take the glue, and you want to glue this inside the mouth, but you need to turn this over first and glue it like that. So I'm going to put the glue up here on the top lip first. And I'm going to glue it. This way. So if we're going to start it like he's spitting something out of his mouth, like that. And then I'm going to push this in his mouth. And as far as I want it to go in. And then I'm going to take the edges here and turn them in. Turn them in so that there is no edge there. Turn it in like that. And I'm sure there's a better and easier way to do this, but this is the only way I know how to do it. This is way too big, so I'm going to cut that a little bit. Ouch. And I'll go. What's that you said?